Welcome to the nightly debate show here on NUFC Talk TV. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, hit the like button. It helps us a lot. Pause for a minute. I know it's easy to forget. Pause for a minute. Close that chat for a second. Hit the like button, and of course, resume chatting up and let us know what you think in the comment section of what we're going to talk about. Obviously, the guy on the thumbnail is OSULA from plays for Denmark or playing for the under 21s. And it looks like, according to Keith Downey, Newcastle United are in advanced talks with Sheffield United's forward, William OSULA. So we're going to take a look at him. It looks like he will be our next signing. Looks like, seems like. We're assuming, but you know what happens when you assume, Mighty Win?
You make an ass out of you and me.
There you go. That's it, man. But I want to welcome the panel, of course, Gary, the doctor from the Midlands of England. And you got Binks, of course, from Newcastle upon Tyne, and the Mighty Win from Newcastle upon Tyne. But welcome, folks. How you guys doing?
Very well, thank you.
Good.
Everybody doing good? Terrific or horrific? Which one is it? But anyways, listen, let's get started. OSULA, Danish international, 20 years of age. Let us know what you think about him in the comment section, by the way, or anything that you want to say, comments or questions. Put a Q in front of it. But he looks like he's going to be the one. I mean, looks like I don't know. It might fall through, but I want to get to each one of yours opinion. Short opinion. I don't know if you guys have a lot of knowledge on him. I'll be honest. I know you guys on the Breakfast Show did a kind of a montage of him, talked a little bit about it. So this has been rumored for a few days now. I think since Monday, and so it looks like it might happen at any moment given time. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe it might be officialized tomorrow. Maybe Monday. It doesn't matter. But Gary, what do you think, mate?
He's 20-year-old, right-footed centre forward. I mean, he's strong. He plays slightly differently to what we've got. Very much in sync with, if you like, is a mixture of the two. He's very athletic, so he likes progressive movement with the ball. But he also does very similar to Wilson. He plays with his back to goal. He brings the ball to feet and he tries to bring other players in. You've got to understand he's 20 years old, so he's still trying to find his way. But I've liked what I've seen. To be fair, I mean, like I say, he's very raw. But I think under Eddie Howe and having Isaac and the experience of Wilson, I think he's got two very good players that can show him the ropes if he does get over the line. From what I've seen of him, and it's very little. Like I say, I saw him last year a couple of times. I've seen him briefly in the under 21s, if you like, at Sheffield. And he's not scared of having a go with his left foot, which is always handy to have. He does cover a lot of the park across the forward line. He likes to be involved, left, right, and centre. So yeah, to be fair, it's not something. As a third striker, it's exactly what I said. If we're not getting rid of Wilson, this is the type of player you want to bring in to nurture, because you've got two really good centre forwards that can show him the ropes.
All right, Binks, what does this future potential signing, mean for us? He's a center forward. He can play left wing. I'm assuming he's played right wing at some point in time. I'm just throwing that in there. He's right-footed, so he could be a proper, according to the Mighty Win standards, proper right winger. If he's agile, he's quick, from what I'm seeing. Hey, listen, he's right-footed, so he's going to cross in. But obviously, his main position is a center forward. Young guy, but an international nonetheless. What do you think, Binks?
It's a position where I think Newcastle probably needed. I think we probably needed a third striker. For the last 2 seasons, we've only had Wilson and Isaac, and then Chris Wood for a couple of months. But I think we've always needed that third striker there, but I don't think it's a priority in the team at the minute. I think the priority is getting a right winger in who's going to be with big money signing. And if that's happening behind the doors, then hopefully it is. But if we get him in for 15 million in this market, it's not a bad move in my opinion. He is only 20, still got loads to develop. Under Eddie Howe, with Isaac, with Wilson, I'm sure I can become good.
Yeah. Interesting. Mighty Win, did you buy what I was selling just a while ago that he could be maybe a right winger?
He's not the right wing I was going to get. You don't need to worry about that. Just I told everybody, keep going. By the way, won the breakfast show. You heard it first on NUFC.
There you go.
Full technical breakdown, if you remember. But I've been doing a bit more deep digging. And I didn't realise he just a couple of weeks back played for Denmark under 21s against Norway under 21s, and he scored.
Mhm.
2 games for Sheffield United, pre-season friendlies, albeit. Looks like it could be a bit of a
You've lost your mic,
Jacob
Win.
Murphy.
Yeah.
Am I there?
Say something.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but
Very
you're
distant.
low. You
You're
might
very
want to turn your
distant, bud.
volume up.
Bit quiet.
Yeah.
Any better?
Now turn it up, brother.
Or
That's
turn it
just-
round. One of the two.
That's
Or turn it around. Yeah, that's right.
full up.
Oh, damn. No,
I've got
I
to come
still.
back
Yeah, do that. I mean, yeah. Look, I know. Listen, in the chat, I saw this, and I was like, not really too happy. And it's a bit unfair to the young guy because obviously he hasn't done anything. And maybe we do need a signing like this. And look, if you look at it from the perspective of being a third striker, I think he's going to be the second striker, by the way. I think you cannot count on Callum Wilson at all. With all the due respect for Callum Wilson fans, for Callum Wilson and his family members, I don't even think his mama thinks that he's going to play a full season next season. And so you can't count on him to be the second striker. This OSULA guy might be a guy that comes on and plays a lot of minutes, to be honest. Not even just a few. Mighty, when you're back. By the way, thank you to the Mighty Mag for gifting the membership. Appreciate you, mate. In the very beginning of the song. And it's going to let me go back up all the way up. It's going to Naeem Middleton. So shout out to Naeem and
Welcome, Liam.
welcome everyone. Of course, there's a Chug Nug. Come on, man. Just interact in the chat, brother. Don't disrupt it. We can see you trying to stir the pot in there. But and welcome. I'm seeing Just Skinny 17 for the first time. So there you go. Welcome to the channel, mate.
Welcome.
Yeah, interesting guy. This one. But again, Keith Down is saying that it's in advanced talks, in quotes, and I'm quoting it because there's a chance that this won't happen. But you would assume that Sheffield needs money. And by the way, he's valued at 3 million, and the talks are about 10 million plus 5 in add-ons. So that's interesting. That's good money for Sheffield. So you would assume that they would be keen to make it happen.
Well, it's not good money, really, is it?
Oh, for them.
They say. Don't forget, he's already paid for potential.
They've got what, £80 million it is now, parachute money from relegation. So they'll not be short of a bob or two because they've also sold a couple of other players, haven't they?
Yeah, but this guy is, not much done in his career. Obviously, he's a young guy, so can't expect.
Yeah, if you want to go on what he's done so far in his career, you would say that price is probably just about right. You know, you're paying for potential, and you're not paying a lot. If it doesn't work out, you'll still be able to sell him for probably 5. So you're gambling 10, which is peanuts these days, isn't it?
Yeah.
I would like to think that Eddie can sprinkle his magic dust on him and do something. But obviously, somebody's had a look at him and thinks he's got the potential. Otherwise, it wouldn't be good.
A lot of people thought this was a Paul Mitchell signing. Do you guys agree with that?
It may well be.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
I think what the guys have said in the chat is possibly bang on, with this being the condemnation of both Parkinson and Kowal, because both of them haven't really got up to speed yet. And these lads that you are seeing coming in now have all got really high potential. I'm not saying that they're the finished article by any chance or any standards, but they are doing really well in their respected leagues. I mean, we've just bought that lad from Blackburn. He comes with very high regard. Modriak Pivos, he comes with very high regard. And that's what I said. You look at the standard of junior players that are coming in. And yes, I know they're not first teamers, but we are literally making ourselves future proof. And I think because we've been neglected for such a long time behind the scenes, now that's being filled to move forward. And I mean, I'm still out there regarding transfers at the moment. I still think we have issues regarding PSR. I don't think there's money that we believe behind the scenes. I still think there's things to be ironed out. So I don't think it's as freewheeling as people make out it is at the moment, especially the way Eddie talks.
I was trying to. I forgot about it. I was finishing my point about my reaction to it in the chat, in the private chat, which folks can join on the WhatsApp group. But because I wasn't too happy, because it's like, okay, there's another guy. We're signing another young guy, another or another old guy. There's no in between as of late. But when you really think about it, because I'm, we a lot of times the narrative's been really negative. And so I'm trying to be a positive guy.
Not from this corner, it hasn't.
Not so. I mean, so you're but again, I'm going to be positive, so I'm not going to respond to the mighty win. But looking at it, I think that OSULA might be a good signing. We just need something else, because with all due respect, this is not a massive improvement on the team, on the squad that we already have, in my opinion, because you really just don't know what OSULA. What do you think, Binks?
Like I said before, I think the focus is clearly on a right winger. That's number one priority, I think, in the squad. Like I said before, I think it's good getting a third striker in, because if you ever want to go 4-4-2, you've got that backup striker to bring on to change something up. Like for the past 2 seasons, we've only had Isak and Wilson, and then when Wilson gets injured, Isak had a long-term injury. It's always good to have someone there. So I think it could play off well, and especially only being 15 million, hopefully we've still got money to spend. I think the club aren't daft enough to spend 50 million on a backup striker if they've got money to buy a right winger. So I think it looks like a smart move.
Yeah. When it comes to, you guys did a scouting report on him. How many goals has he scored? How many? I got the transfer market right here. If we can pull it up. Just
he didn't score at all for Sheffield. He had.
He got 6 in the FA Cup.
6 in the FA Cup, didn't he?
But then none in the Premier League.
Hey, but that's. I mean, that there's still goals nonetheless. I mean,
he got 3 for Derby County when he went on loan there.
Loan, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's. You know what? Let's not waste time. Let's take a look at this young lad here. So where do I see the goals? Damn it. Well, his contract expires in 27, so they didn't have to sell him, I guess. But if they didn't give him a lot of opportunities, then maybe they didn't see a future in him. I'm just saying. But his season, so he didn't. Yeah, he didn't. Well, it doesn't say score.
He's still a band, man.
Yeah, he's still a young guy. Yeah, but you got to be objective when you look at things, man. But he did score for the FA Cup. This right here, it says, right? Yeah, career stats. Well, career. I don't want career. I went last year, man. You got basketball games playing in the background.
His career last season.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Now for Denmark, the fact that they're already looking at him. Look, I know Denmark is not top of the cream, but at the end of the day, it's still an international, right?
Yeah, Denmark have got a canny international team.
Yeah, but
they got through the group in the Euros, didn't they?
One thing, I always like to look. No injuries. That's good. You'll be surprised at the amount of young guys that got injuries. So that's well, I guess that's not bad. I mean, not much to go on, really, but
I mean, if you break it down, Chris, he had 21 games. He only started 9 of them, but he only averaged around about 38 minutes per game when you look at all of the 21, because a lot of it was towards the end of the game. He'd come on for the last 15 minutes. And in those periods of time, even though he hasn't scored, he's actually expected XG he's just under 2. So he's put himself into really good positions. He's put himself into a scoring opportunity, but maybe the fact that because of he's so young, he's under so much pressure, especially Sheffield United, who were obviously relegated, so they were under that relegation spotlight as well. A lot of pressure from the fans. He missed 2 big, real good opportunities while he was playing, and like for me, you've got to get into those positions to score goals.
Mhm.
Scoring goals is the hard bit. Don't get me wrong. And every we've seen some absolutely amazing strikers down at the tune. And I go back to what me and Wim was talking about yesterday on the anniversary of Sir Bobby's death, about how the likes of Shearer went through a bad spell. He couldn't hit a barn door, And these lads just need that little bit of confidence and guidance. And sometimes that comes by the experience of the likes of Wilson, who can steady him down in front of goal. You've got the ball control from Isaac. What you've actually got there for somebody who can actually coach him through, better than any of the attacking coaches that we've got at the club, is actual prominent goal scorers, because
Yeah.
they can show him the way. And that's what you've got to think. He's getting into the positions. He's just probably snatching at the ball. He's just not that finished article. But from his stats, from what I can see in front of me, again, very young, but to try to get 2 big chances, to have under 2 XG, it just means that he's getting there. He's just not finishing.
Right. Beer Viking had, by the way, Alan Dawson, welcome to the channel. First time I'm seeing you as well as Just Skinny 17. Caden saying Binks looks scared as now. Binks was really active the last time around. He's not scared, man. He's taking his time. We just sometimes, yeah, man. You just don't have to argue all the time.
Just ease them in.
We're just vibing, man. We're just vibing.
Yeah, I don't want to sit here and chat loads of shite straight away.
We're just taking time. But shout out to Caden, man. First time I'm seeing you. Maybe it comes from your channel too. So
hey, talking shite's my job.
Yeah,
there you go.
There you go. But Beer Viking had an interesting. Okay, so this is interesting. Beer Viking saying this signing is a condemnation of Kuol and Parkinson. That really, is that what that means? That's an interesting take.
It means they're not quite doing what, like I've just said. That's exactly what I was looking at when I said the exact point. Beer Vikings hit the nail on the head. It just shows you how far behind these two are compared to us going out there and spending 10, obviously plus add-ons, to try and bring somebody on who can do it. And I think that is exactly what that point is the fact that he is now showing these lads he's not going to wait for them. They've got to start performing, or eventually they'll be gone.
Now,
I'm pretty sure Parkinson would have been out the door when we had that big kids clear out back end of June. Parkinson would have been with that lot if we had had any other striker at all.
Yeah,
exactly. I totally agree with that.
So that's going to be interesting. I mean, look,
Cool is just. I mean, he's got a year or two in hand, but
what
his time is definitely running out. Yeah.
How old is he?
I swear, Koal's just turned.
He's 20,
19,
isn't he?
19
is he
or
19?
20.
I thought he.
I think we signed him when he was 18, didn't we?
Yeah. He's got to be 20 now.
I
thought we signed him when he was 17.
He's either 19 and coming up to 20, or he's already just turned 20.
Oh. That's crazy though, because
Koal's 19. He's 20 in September.
There you go. I told you. He's coming up to 20. But that proves a point, doesn't it? And this is my point when I said about attitude and the want to win, to be successful.
Yeah.
And every game I have seen Kowal so far, he hasn't got the attitude. He showed it for a glimpse when he was at Hearts, but that soon died a death once he got substituted. His heads dropped. He obviously showed it again when he was over in Holland. As soon as it doesn't go your way, there doesn't seem to be any fight for this lad. And I don't know why that is, but he doesn't ever want to fight for his place. I mean, at this present moment in time, there is a massive.
I don't think we've served him well by treating him the way we've treated him. The various loan deal that Shawler's arranged.
Yeah, that's a possibility. But you've got to have some.
But you've got to have it in you anyway to want to make the grade.
Yeah. But look, Just
But
simply be,
anyway, one of the things, Gary doesn't know this yet, but one of the things we're doing in the breakfast show tomorrow is
Thanks, mate.
this is fresh news for Gary. What we're going to do is we're going to look at all the young'uns that we've signed in the last
yes.
sort of 6 months. Put a list of them together and see what sort of a team we can make out of them with what we've already got, you know.
Yeah.
right. All right. Well, that was the guy we're signing. I mean, look, we just gotta wait and see. But we're gonna have to improve some. I don't want to get to the negative side, man. I'm trying to stay positive. Just trying to stay calm.
Negative.
But I will
There's
tell
nothing
you
negative.
this. But I will tell you this. If we don't sign anybody substantial, the way I'm gonna cook this Newcastle United administration for this window is gonna be epic. So I'm trying to stay positive, and I hope I'm proven wrong that we are going to sign somebody at the end of the day. But let's stay positive. A Tiger Nation Jordan gift of the membership is going to Dixie64.
Another one.
Thank you.
Hey, won the
Thank you,
points,
AG,
AG.
mate. Appreciate propa.
Thanks, AG.
By the
Thank
way,
you.
my kid has watched me say that, imitate the mighty win. And he says propa. And he says it on his own now. The other day I was listening to him. He's like, propa. I was like, oh, man. My
Yeah,
son, River.
Marco,
Brilliant.
lad.
No, River, man. Marco is 4 months,
All
man. He
right.
can't talk. Marco looks a lot like you, mighty win. Got no teeth.
I've never seen Betty in the flesh. So not guilty.
I shouldn't have said that, should I? Helsazar, another membership gifted by Helsazar.
Cheers,
Sean. And it's going to, who's it going to? Didn't go anybody. It's thinking. YouTuber thing.
Yeah,
It's going to James Cuff. So congrats, James Cuff,
All right,
on that
came in
membership.
about, and I started noticing him about a fortnight ago.
Yeah. Great stuff. And Predator saying, Gary, we don't know if we can do it, though, do we? What is he talking about?
No, we're on about OSULA.
Oh, yeah.
We don't know if he can actually. No,
Oh,
we
okay,
don't.
yeah,
You're
that's
buying
right.
potential, raw potential.
You are.
That's all you're buying.
That's what I said.
Yeah, we'll have to see how that continues, of course. And oh man, first time seeing Caden says sending a £2 donation. Binks is a top lad. Let me show it.
You should be giving that on Binks' channel then.
Oh, sorry.
Binks
Thanks,
is Binks has got his own channel, of course. Binks and UFC, but he's part of this one now. He's an adopted Geordie. Well, he's a Geordie.
Well done.
I'm an adopted Geordie, not him. But he's part of this one now, man. He can't go to work.
Hey, the jury's still out on you, by the way.
Cadence is Binks is a top lad. Just have a new viewer for that. Nah, of course, man. I've been watching this kid for a while.
Thank you.
So we definitely know he's a good one. I guess last comment on what's his name? I keep forgetting his name. The kid's name. OSULA. No, OSULA. Predator says, think is Chris, if Eddie is saying, a marquee signing is going to be difficult, how are any of the fans meant to be positive? Well, that is a point right there. He said that.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to relate when I was putting it in the chat.
Mighty win.
You've got to look at it. That's what makes me think that there's issues behind the scenes.
Mighty win. You better come fix this.
When was the last time Eddie told the truth in a press conference?
Well, I mean, to be fair, what he did say, which was interesting, when he was questioned about Chow, he did say there's no update because I don't think we're looking for the right winger as a priority. I think it's going to be centre back because we are struggling as a centre back. I mean, I'm not saying we won't look for a right winger, but I do think a centre back is probably what he's looking for before anything else. And when he was questioned about that, he did say there was no update. Now on that, you can read into it because usually Eddie will say no straight away. That's just hype, but he didn't say that. It's the first time I've ever seen Eddie, or heard Eddie, I should say there was no update on that information.
Yeah. And welcome for the first time seeing you. A lot of first timers. Top Boy Jr. Saying just tuning in, looking at OSULA's stat for last season and 0 goals and assists doesn't fill you with confidence. Now that's a fair point. He is a young guy though. He is just 20. I guess Paul Mitchell this must be a Paul Mitchell signing. He definitely must have been looking and researching. It might see some potential. Now, Pete
Remember,
Davis
Shearer
from
had to move to Southampton before he started his career going. And that's what I'm saying.
That's right.
Red and white stripes are black and white stripes.
Now we're gonna get to a lot of those comments and that you guys are putting up because they're great, by the way. We're gonna do that. If not, at the end of the show, we go to the comments, but to the start comments, we're gonna get to them. But in all fairness to OSULA, Pete Davey, who runs the Loaded Mag podcast, he was saying that he's got a buddy, a fan that's a Sheffield United fan. I'm assuming content creator. That said, they really rate him highly, this kid, because of what his potential could be. So for whatever that's worth, some, not all, I don't know of all, but some Sheffield fans do think of him in high regard. So we'll have to see. I don't think this is going to be a fix to anything this season. Well, we'll never know either. But because he's a young guy, he's a prospect, we'll still have to see. What we can, who else we can bring in. We mentioned it yesterday a little bit, but didn't go in depth too much. And he's not a Newcastle player anymore. But Elias Sorensen is going to. Where's he going to now? I lost it. Portsmouth. Yeah, Portsmouth. So he was another young talent. He's 24 now, actually. But yeah, but we let go a lot of those young guys. Remember at the beginning of the season, we let go 15, 13. We really let go of a lot of them, including my Peruvian paisan. What's his name? What's the Peruvian guy that we had there? It's only been two in the history of Newcastle. So
that name begins with a V.
It wasn't Vega. It was whoever.
Yeah.
He was going, including my
Vega, and it wasn't Vieira.
No. It wasn't Patrick Vieira. I don't think we're gonna let him go. But
we've already got Patrick Vieira.
Yeah, but I seen Lewis Miley. Yeah, there you go. but no, I just seen some comments because I was looking through my news, and see what we can talk about. And some of the comments on these reports are people are like, we shouldn't have let him go. We shouldn't. But as far as I remember, this kid never lived up to the expectation, and he's 24 anyway. So
it's true.
Well, what are you going to do? I mean,
I remember there was a period in that time as well. It was the 18-19 season, and we were struggling to score goals. Yoshinori Muto was signed, couldn't get a sniff. Rondon was only scored 4 goals at the point, and I remember loads of fans going, "Well, why not we get this lad in? We've got no one up front. Might as well give him a shot." And then he never got a shot. So I watched him a couple of times for the under-21s, but was okay at that level. But he never really got a shot in the first team. So hopefully he does that. At Portsmouth Championship now, because they got promoted, could be a good move for him.
Yeah. And Top Junior reminded us it was Rodrigo Vilca. There you go, Rodrigo Vilca. Yeah, it was my paisan. He wasn't good enough. I told you he couldn't make it, man.
26, wasn't he when he was released? 26.
He couldn't make it, man. There's only been 2 Peruvian legends in Newcastle United's history. One is Nobi Solano, the other one is me. So that's it, man. I don't know where this comes from, but apparently we are also very close to Rory Finneran from Blackburn.
That's it. He's signed.
He's
signed. Yeah,
he's official.
Done.
Yeah, that is
official, he's done. That's what.
There you go. Very excited to sign it. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so I'm seeing it now, but I didn't even see anything from Newcastle's. And maybe I did.
Newcastle haven't announced it. I seen Blackburn announced it, and I think he's put it on his Instagram saying like thank you to like Blackburn. But
yeah, well, there you go, right here, because we're saying that he's very excited to sign for Newcastle. Newcastle have not made it official as of what I know, but certainly Blackburn. So I guess they didn't.
Well, put it this way: tomorrow, as you've now leaked it, I've got him in a black and white shirt, so it is official.
There you go. A few words of his said, obviously, that he said. Rovers can confirm that what the hell? Blackburn made this statement after losing the Star. They call him Star. I'm very careful who I call Star, but they call him a Star. This Rovers can confirm that a tribunal will be required to determine the compensation fee owed to the club for the young midfielder Rory Finneran, and blah blah blah. It's a bunch of stuff that has nothing to do with Newcastle. But there was a photo leak that you mentioned. He's 16 years of age. Again, another young guy. but he apparently said very excited to sign for Newcastle United. Can't wait to get started and see what the future holds. So the kid is going to be coming. Again, don't expect him to be, a world beater. I don't know. Again, the
These are
jury's
for
still out.
years down the line.
Yeah, years down the line. Beer Biking says Blackburn taking us to the tribunal over the fee. Yeah, so that's what it was about then.
No, it's not that they're not actually taking us to the tribunal. Just because he's under 18.
Right.
The tribunal has to set the fee.
Okay.
There's no conflict at all.
Okay. Sounds good. So Newcastle United making moves, man. I'm staying positive, Mighty Win. I'm staying positive.
Good man.
I'm staying positive. I'm not gonna get mad anymore. I'm not gonna argue anymore until the end of the window. So, man, my computer is sluggish, man. I'm trying to get to the next. Joe Willick also spoke, and he said that he is targeting the England squad next season.
Just for anybody that doesn't believe me, there he is.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, right there. That's the picture of Finneran with the tune top on. We're gonna get to some of the questions. I see Caden. Welcome to Gillian to the chat, of course. Appreciate the support as usual. Joe Willick.
We pronounce it Gillian.
Oh, Gillian.
By the way, not
Gillian.
Okay. Gillian. Welcome, Gillian. I hope you're well. But what do you think about these words by Joe Willick as well? A lot of people talking today, and he's 100%. He says, "I've got my screensaver on my phone as my aspirations for next season."
About England.
See, that's why the American Mag. You ever seen that meme? The American Mag always brings these topics that seem harmless, but it will get a rise of some. See, I was gonna go there, man, but of some older gentleman that might bite the hook. So you're saying he needs to stop BSing with the English squad and get to work, basically.
I'm not saying he needs to BS the England. I'm saying before he starts thinking about it, he should start thinking about keeping fit and getting a few games for the tune.
Yeah,
because he's
he's
not going to get in the England squad without playing well for us. So the first thing he's got to do is get in the team. Who's he going to get in for?
Well, he was my man of the match the other day. I thought his first half performance was that. He started slowly.
Man of the match.
But I thought he did really well. Yeah, he was my man of the match. Only because of the way it was the old Willick, and that's what when I was commentating with Win, we were like, that's what I want to see. He drew two defenders towards him. He nicked the ball past them, and obviously set up Murphy for his goal. And it's that drive, that willingness to get forward. And we hadn't seen that for last season, but obviously because he was carrying that injury, he just wasn't the same player. So I'm hoping. I mean, to me, that is the perfect information that you want from the lad. He's got aspirations. He wants to be an international player. He's driving himself that way. That means that for us, he's got to perform. He's seen the likes of Anthony Gordon have a go at I mean, obviously he didn't play that many games, but he was in the squad. That's going to drive a lot of the English lads.
Interesting.
I think people forget how good Willick actually was for us in the season we got Champions League football. He was immense. Him and Joe Linton on that left-hand side got injured against Brighton, and then last season was just a complete write-off, like a lot of players last season. But the season before, when we got Champions League football, he was probably one of the biggest parts in why we even got there in the first place. I think he was very underrated that season, and nothing really got spoke about with Joe Willick. So I'm hoping he can have a good year, stay fit, and get some games under his belt.
Willick, we're calling him then, weren't we?
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah.
Willick and Jolina, man. Know how to come on, man. It'll be somewhere Jolina.
It was Willick and Shawnee were there.
Shout out to Rosie, gifted a membership away. Thank you, madam. And it's going to Mr. Winyagi, the Japanese, the Japanese mighty win. There you go. Thank you, Rosie, so much.
And welcome, Mr. Miyagi.
And welcome, Mr. Miyagi, which is, I'm pretty sure, the beer Viking.
He's been in a few times, Winyagi.
Yeah. All right. We got footage of the fans. This has been unbelievable, by the way, and it warms my heart to see Japanese fans all over. But that is unbelievable to where we were at, and I'm sure a lot of these have been from the back in the day, but a lot of them just converted into the cult of Newcastle United's, Newcastle United cult, which is amazing. And even if they became a fan today, that's what we need, man. New fans. And so let's take a look at some of the images. Quick video of the Japanese singing Newcastle United chants. Oh, damn! Why is it lagging, man? Yeah, I'm telling you. Oh, that's not good. Come on.
What a penny in the meter.
I was gonna say, put that 50 pence in the meter, man.
I gotta pay my.
Go back to pennies, man.
Come on, lads.
The Mackham Slayer.
Yeah, who else other than Mackham Slayer, man? Proper stuff, of course. And we're certainly doing a good job at that. Shout out to Cadences. One more donor. Does Binks love? How do you say that? Hebron Town.
Hebron.
That's like not the sub-8, like the non-league side next to mine.
That's
I've
not
only
Northern
been-
Premier League, is it, Binksy?
I think so. Yeah, I think they're in Blythe's league. I think.
Yeah, right.
Do I love Hebron Town? I wouldn't say I love them, like, but fucking, I've only been to 2 or 3 games. Like, I've never got the tune.
Yeah.
There you go.
Shout out to Miral in the chat as well. Shout out to you, my friend. All right.
Did anybody see the anybody in the chat see the karaoke at the Japanese?
Yeah.
What they did, amazing.
Oh, no.
If you haven't seen it, go and have a look. What they did. There was a few players come out: Gillespie, Longstaff, Tonali.
Yeah.
Who was the other one?
Are you talking about the one on NUFC or the one on Adam P?
Adam Pease.
Adam P.
Yeah. If you want to have a look, and Lee Ryder, if you want to go and have a look at Lee Ryder's YouTube channel, it's on there. They did a sing along, karaoke for the fans, and they'd got all of they'd chosen 4 songs that the obviously the Geordie sing, and they'd got it in Japanese. I think they'd got it in Chinese, and they'd got it in literally different languages as you look at the screen. Absolutely amazing to actually see. Really good. And like I say, it was lovely to see the lads come out as well. I'm trying to think who else come out. It was Hall, Lewis Hall.
We did get on. Yeah, never mind. All right. By the way, I don't want to dwell too much on the situation. I just want to point out that one of our Newcastle United players, Anthony Gordon, has stepped up and helped and support the victims of the Southport tragedy, given £10,000. And a lot of times we get into this thing where these are millionaires and they don't give a damn. Well, that's £10,000 he could have kept himself, and so that's a very kind donation, and so good lad. Nonetheless. All right, let's get into the match tomorrow, man. We got the match, ladies and gentlemen. We got Newcastle United versus Yokohama.
No, Saturday.
Oh, Saturday. Sorry, I kept saying tomorrow. Sorry. It's Saturday, but we did the preview, so it takes the viewers that don't watch it live, they watch it, and obviously we had news as well about OSULA. But it is Saturday, and Beer Viking told me, Chris, the kickoff for Yokohama game is 11 a.m., not 1 p.m. You see, I know I'm not crazy. Are they not changing this kickoff times? Have they not been changing them? Okay, because I'm like
that one, yeah.
Because they did it again with the last one. Because I know for a fact I'm looking at the time when I schedule these, and so this is the second time in a row that I've been wrong, and I'm sure they've been changing them. So I knew I wasn't crazy. But yes, it's going to be 11 a.m. UK kickoff. But of course, we start our coverage of the preseason 45 minutes earlier. When the season starts, it's going to be an hour early, giving you full coverage of everything that's happening before kickoff. And so it's going to be 45. So it's going to be about 15 a.m. our coverage of the match. And we're going to be playing Yokohama, the Marinos, man. This is another pre-match. Preseason match. So what can we expect? The same lineup. Is Bruno going to play? Is Shard going to play?
Yep.
Yes.
I think you'll
That's the
change the
Bruno
team.
will play.
So we're going to get into doing the team here in a minute. But this is the last day in Japan. What should the lads focus on, Gary?
Again, it's stepping stones. You've already seen Lewis Hall get 90 minutes. J7's had 90 minutes now. They'll probably be rested for tomorrow, as they've already reached their 90-minute peak. He'll probably give them a break. You may see Kelly play at left back tomorrow. You'll definitely see Bruno play, because he's already stated that Bruno will take some part in one of the games. So as he didn't play on Wednesday, he'll play Saturday. But it'll probably be 45 minutes, and Shah will probably have 45 minutes. And the rest of the team then will go on to have 75 minutes, because they've all reached 60 minutes now. The 60 on the hour mark before he starts making changes. You'll probably want to push them beyond the 70-minute mark now, up to the 75-minute. And maybe a couple of them will reach the 90 minutes.
Interesting.
Because that's what you do. It's all about stepping stones. This is about getting the minutes into your legs. I know people say it means nothing. It means absolutely everything, because pre-season matches gets you primed for the start of the season.
I tell you what, it means everything to the lads that don't have a spot. It means everything to some guys that do have a spot in the squad, which is Murphy. And I'm assuming by watching him, he's certainly taking it serious, because he's trying to say, look, you don't need a right winger. I'm here, and I'm scoring, and I'm assisting, and
he's the type of player, Chris. Wherever you played him, he would be exactly the same, my friend. He's that type of player.
And I know that some folks don't really like him, but I want to look at it from not with because we already think he's not going to be enough, so we just assume that we got to get somebody else. But can Binks, Murphy turn things around and say, look, I'm here. I can be the starting right winger for Newcastle United. Be honest, man. Not because he's a Geordie.
Personally, I can't see it. No, he's probably to his peak of his career now. The age he's at, he's been consistently at Newcastle now for his third or fourth season. He had a couple of loan spells at West Brom and Sheffield Wednesday. Consistently playing for Newcastle now. In the peak of his career, I think if Newcastle are going for top 7, I think he could be a very good player. But I think if Newcastle are pushing for top 4 and top 3 potentially next season, I think we need someone better, personally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mighty Win, what do you think, man? Can he turn it around?
Well, he opened my eyes when somebody came up with those stats from last season. Because when I saw them, you could have knocked me down with a feather. And that's the bottom line is that's what it's all about: goals and assists.
Yeah.
And as long as he's doing it, you know.
When you look at his last
10
games,
in the team and they perform, and the team's winning, you don't change your winning formula.
No.
If it ain't bust, don't fix it.
Yeah, but you can always improve. That means, you know,
well,
you didn't win anything yet. You haven't won anything yet. Once you win, maybe you can say that, but you haven't won anything.
Exactly.
So,
like I say, I think everybody's missing the actual point of what we've done. You know, we finished 4th and 7th consecutively with this team. Now, I know we need to bring in players to improve the team, but the actual overall squad is good enough for the top 7, as Binksy's just said. All we need now is some little finishing touches just to create us to be in that top 4 position, and then you can push again. I think if you tinker too much with the side, you will lose the momentum that we've already achieved. I think what we need is, you're right winger is a definite upgrade, because I think Murphy would be an absolutely amazing squad player to come in and cover, because he can be versatile and cover on the right-hand side wherever he's required. Not great at right back, but he can cover it if we are desperate. But like I said, from that aspect, we've already got a decent midfield. It's just the fact that we are now coming to that point where we've got defense won't be strong until Christmas. So what do? We need to start plugging gaps. We've already seen a couple of dodgy moments with Kraft playing as a centre-back, right centre-back, and that is the only player we have got at the minute that's covering Shaw. Now, it doesn't matter how many goals you score. If you remember the Keegan, years, we used to win 4-3. If we don't shut up the goals, we're going to start losing games like we did last year that we don't need to lose.
Even last season, we conceded too many. Like Luton at home, Bournemouth at home. There's 6
absolutely.
goals. Conceding
that is
too many
what
goals.
we should be concentrating on, because we can score goals, and we've proved it in the preseason, but we've got to stop conceding goals.
Yep, that's an interesting take. Mighty Win, what do you expect from this game, man? It's the last one in Japan. Is it about the fans? Is it laid back?
No, I think exactly what Gary said. I think you'll get more minutes into the legs that have already done it. Shea and Bruno will both get on and probably do 60, 70 minutes each at least, I would think.
Mm-hmm.
And I expect the same, as I've said, for all the other ones. I expect us to win.
All right. Yokohama has lost.
And then make some changes.
Yokohama has lost their last 3 matches. Won their last 3 previous to these 3 that they lost. And obviously Newcastle have won the last 2 that they've played so far this year. Let's get to the lineups. Who do we expect to play? Very, very important. Who do we expect to play? Obviously, on this lineup that we had last, Nick Pope is fine. Dan Barron and Fab. Did we put Fabian Schär?
Oh, no.
We did. We put him in there and play. But okay. So we expect Fabian Schär to start?
Yeah. Well, I think he'll have 45 minutes, yeah.
Right. Okay. So Lewis Hall, unbelievable. He doesn't need to be. But so now my question is though, Lewis Hall has been playing every minute so far. No, he came on. He came off against Hall, I think. But he certainly is proving his case. But do you ever want to? I know this is a preseason, and some folks might get at me for this. But do you ever think of resting any of these guys for the actual season?
Yeah, because
he's already done his 90 minutes, hasn't he? That's what I said. He's already done his 90 minutes. So why not give Kelly a shout? And have a look at what Kelly can do on the left back.
That's interesting. Lloyd Kelly, but is he good?
I'd bring in Lloyd Kelly. I think Lewis Hall's played 75, I think it was, against Hull. 90 minutes there. And we've got another game 3 days' time from Wednesday to Saturday. Look, when we play Champions League Wednesday, Saturday every week, we've got injuries week in, week out. We do not want to be getting Lewis Hall injured.
Absolutely.
So I think it's worth just playing Lloyd Kelly and hopefully rest him a little bit.
You guys convinced me on that. Mighty Win, your vote doesn't mean nothing anymore, man. But because we got three, even if you vote again. But I shouldn't have said that, because you're gonna be smart and say I vote like us. You're not gonna go against the wind. But or are you? Would you say Lewis Hall in, or what's his name?
Lloyd Kelly.
Lloyd Kelly. Where's he at? Oh, right here.
Right there, right next to Willick.
I knew I had him on here. Damn it. All right. So, are you good with that, Mighty Wayne?
I don't. I would play Lewis Hall.
He just wants to disagree, man.
But my vote doesn't count.
It sure doesn't. Everybody voted against you. Guimaraes in the middle, Longstaff. What about Longstaff?
The Longstaff start against.
We had Guimaraes, but he didn't start. So we're going to keep him in there. But
I think J7 will be rested.
I watched the game again today, the full 90 minutes there. And I was paying particular attention to Shonio. Man, he was poor.
I keep telling you, man.
From the, literally from the first 2 minutes, when he had a simple ball to play to the wing and it was intercepted because it was badly placed. He did well to get into the box for the shot that he got away, but overall, very poor.
Yeah.
So
so we take him Longstaff out. Everybody.
If it was me, I would. But you're saying what will the lineup be? And
this is our lineup, man. We vote here. We matter in this channel.
I would have Jamie Miley in.
Jamie Miley
done nothing wrong for me.
Who's that against Hull? He was.
He was all right when he came on yesterday.
I do agree that would be a
whatever
strong
day it was.
move. Even in the preseason, I think that'd be a strong move. I don't know if Eddie would do that, but
Well, that's
Jamie Marler's
exactly
been a
what I've
highlight,
said.
I
I
must
don't
admit.
think Eddie will
Yeah.
do
no,
it. You're asking me what I
No,
would
I
do.
think Willick will come in for Joe Linton.
yeah, but what about Joe Willick though? Yeah. Also, you think you take Joe Linton out? Well, he's
Yeah,
played.
because he's done 90 minutes. You know,
Yeah.
and you got 3-day rest. He's already
Everybody
done
think the
90
same?
minutes.
Yeah,
Well,
I'd bring Willick in. Yeah,
Mighty Win. Mighty Win wants to play everybody 90 minutes, extra time, penalties, man.
No, I think Willick's got to get. It's more important for Willick to get more minutes in his legs
then what it is, Joe Linton.
than
Yeah,
it is
Okay,
for
so we're
GS7.
going-
Even though GS7, he came back end of last season, but he's had the whole of the closed season to.
He can't play.
What you got to think of is the game against Southampton at the start of the season. Who's your
What's wrong?
midfield going to be at this present moment in time? He's not going to start Longstaff.
So
You're going to have Willick, Bruno, and J7 in your
you
midfield.
think
The
so?
way it's set up at the moment, I do.
I could see Longstaff starting because from what happened last season.
Yeah, but we hadn't had many choices, buddy. To be fair,
Yeah, true.
Yeah. All right. So I guess Joe White's still hurt. We got him in the hospital. What's wrong with him?
Joe White's out. He's got a back injury.
I forgot about it.
He's
He's got a back
bruised
injury.
back.
Yeah, when I told you, I told my commander when I was in the army I had a bruised back. He told me to get your ass back to work. But all right, up front, we got Harvey Barnes. Is Gordon gonna play in Japan too? Obviously he's not. Yeah, I'm sleeping, man. He's not there. So, but Harvey Barnes, we got him back.
It's important for Barnes to get minutes. He hardly got anything last season. I think it's a bit like Joe Willick. We need to get as much minutes as we can, and the players come back from injury.
Yeah.
But it's do you start Almiron over Murphy? Even though Murphy's probably been the best player in pre-season. Do you start?
That's exactly
Almiron?
what he'll do. He'll start Almiron.
Start Almiron.
You think so, honestly?
Well, I mean, you've got to think.
Wouldn't
Almiron,
Murphy need to have that time to prove it? Maybe Eddie has a doubt, so I'm going to put him again to prove to me every time that he's ready. Because Eddie talking about no hope for marquee signings. He's going to have to look at Murphy real hard.
You've got to think. You've got to think of this pre-season as a shop window as well. So if the players aren't playing, then there's nobody going to look at them to purchase. So you've got to think of it from both sides of the coin. Murphy's already had minutes. He's scored goals. He's done. To me, he's looked one of the sharpest players that we've had pre-season. But unless you give Almiron where he wants to play, he's never going to get moved on unless people can see what he can do.
That's interesting.
I'm not holding out any great six, but that's how I look at it anyway.
He's not just a pretty face, our doc there, is he? I don't know.
He's got some mind to him.
I've got history, man. I've got history.
Nice little.
Nice input. Do you agree, Binks?
I agree.
Put Mickey in the shop window.
Yeah, and Isak, what about Isak?
No, neither did I.
Spawn.
Isak, I mean, he didn't play for 90 minutes, so he can play, I guess, but he's starting every game now. And he has also been concerning with injuries last season. Considering you got the Sella Cup coming up. But, I mean, what do you guys think? Just again, you got one striker. We can't do this with, we can't put an Almiron in or like a Callum Wilson to get warmed up.
You know what I would have done? If we're signing OSULA, if we're definitely signing him, I would have had him on the plane and over there and give him a shot.
We've still got a couple of days.
Because they're gonna.
The trouble is with Eddie. Eddie won't play anybody until he's seen them in training, because that's what if you look at Shaw coming back
training, basically, isn't it?
Yeah, but if you look at Shaw and Bruno coming back from Euro and Copa, he's not put them in Wednesday's game because he wants to make sure that they're up to that level. That he's seen him in a couple of training sessions. He'll do exactly the same for OSULA, because at the end of the day, we have got a glass man who's out in the hospital who's not going to be available. Now, if we're buying OSULA to come on board, the last thing he'll want is to get him in there. He may give him 10 minutes if he does come over. I'm not saying he won't, but to me, it's a big risk.
Yeah. So we got Nick Pope, Fabian Scher, Byrne, Lloyd Kelly on the left, Livramento on the right, Guimaraes in the middle, Longstaff with Willick. up front, Harvey Barnes, Isak, and Almiron, because of various tactical reasons, I guess you can say. Not clearly a fan, but regardless, we got to be strategic on our move. So I guess that's what we came up with. We'll see what happens on Saturday at 10:15 a.m. UK. It would be extremely early for me, but I'll be there. It's a Saturday. I don't work, so I'll be there. It's probably
It's a song
4:15
there
in the morning.
somewhere.
It's 4:15 in the morning, man. Woo! Gonna be crazy. All right, give me your predictions, folks. Gary, what do you think the game is going to turn out to be?
3-1.
3-1 the tune. Binks.
I was actually going to say 3-1 as well. 3-1.
Yeah. Proba. Mighty win.
Yeah, I was going to say 3-1 as well.
Oh, yeah, we're gone.
3-0 up and then 1 when the kids are on.
Yeah. I'm gonna say 4-1. 4-1. I do agree. When the kids are on, and this is, I think, the champion, right? The Champions League champion.
By the way, they've let none in while they've been on either game. Although Urawa.
Yeah. By the way, Castor, I don't know, I was just clicking on stuff, and I happened to click on Castor Newcastle. I was looking for Newcastle shirts, and I clicked on one that has still the Castor store, basically, and they're selling stuff for close to £90 or so. What are you doing, man? You want to get rid of your stuff? You might want to sell it. That's about the same cost of the Adidas shirt. The website I went to is really expensive. Well,
My God.
the website I went to, I couldn't believe it, because actually, before the end of the season last season, I got a few shirts for very cheap. So I don't know what they're doing now, but that's not a good business strategy. Anyways, it's been a great show. I appreciate everybody coming on, everybody in the chat. Actually, no, we got to get to the comments. Sorry, we got to get to the comments. Yeah. We got to get to the comments. We have a few of them, and Bink's got to go to sleep, so we got to move quick. Carlos says, great cover for Isak. Wilson, anyways, always injured. Michael, evening, Chris, mighty win. Bings and all the lads. There you go. Says, we'd be happy with Isak, Wilson, and a young number 3 for Eddie to develop. He's going to be number 2, no 3, in my opinion. Kenny says, it's in the news now. They're looking at the Anderson deal. The Premier League or something. The Premier League.
They can look at it all day.
They can look at it. That's all they're gonna do. Just look.
All right.
A Predator. His stats are rubbish. I wouldn't even bother going through them. If we're gonna sign him, then we need to look at him as a clean slate and rate him from there. Mark Kerrigan. Remember, it's good for championship club can invest in their squad.
Basically, that 15 million.
That's what they got. You saying that the 15 million is good for them.
I would assume
about 80 million parachute payment from the firm.
Jam Stasher. This may be a player that is 2 years away from being 2 years away. 2 years worth. Just kidding. Just Skinny says we need a right wing and a center back, and we will be good. There you go. Predator. What pissed me off were Eddie's comments about Marquis signing. Is going to be difficult. How the hell is that possible? New FFP period, sponsorship money, Champions League money. We should be fine for cash. There you go.
It's like Eddie saying he knows nothing about the Harvey Barnes transfer.
And then he was in America.
As he's stepping off the plane in Atlanta.
Literally.
Yeah. Welcome also Alan Dawson, who says, great for our future. We need players now who are ready for our Premier League start. Fair point. Michael says Haaland would struggle in that Sheffield team last year. Well, that is a point. That's a fair point, man.
I think people forget that as well. I think people forget he's coming on in games where they're already getting battered. And, the kid's not meant... He's 19, 20 at the time. He can't really do much, can he?
Yeah,
when people go, he's played 21 games, the majority of them is where Sheffield United have been getting battered. So,
and that's the best way to look at it. Easier is simple. You put the best goalkeeper in the world in Luton's team, and they're gonna get. You're gonna, swallow a bunch of goals. It's going to happen. They're only human beings. Mark Kerrigan. American owners are the top 6 cause this to keep Newcastle down. I think just the top 6 with American owners or without. Doesn't have the nationality. I don't think has anything
Top
to do with
6
it.
haven't got American owners, have they?
A few, Liverpool, Arsenal.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a few. Yeah. Caden, I
Top
joined.
of the tree's got Arab owners.
Yeah,
And
I
that's
joined
what
Binks.
it is right now. Right now, it's the Middle East v the USA.
Yeah. Caden, I joined Binks is here. I joined because Binks is here. Love his content, man. Top guy. Up the is it Hebron.
Hebron,
Hebron,
yeah,
Hebron,
Hebron.
there you go.
That's where I'm from.
Yeah, but he's not. But Binks is not repping Hebron, man. He's
No, two
yeah.
the side, two
Yeah.
away.
What is that other team that has Newcastle in it? Newcastle. It
Oh,
kind of
there's loads. You've got Blythe, you've got North Shield, South Shield.
No. I'm saying, but the name is Newcastle. If I'm not mistaken, it's
Newcastle Blue Star.
Blue Star,
Blue
yeah,
Star.
Newcastle Blue Star, yeah. Which threw me off. I was like, whoa, that looks like the team. But yeah, that's interesting. Jordan for live. OSULA only averaged 37 minutes per game and was playing for a side bottom of the league who just didn't create or score many goals. Get behind the young lad and stop whining. Yeah. James Cuff, let's not forget that 0 goals or assists. We read this one, I think. Wasn't a shocking Sheffield United team. He's likely to massively raise his game under Eddie. There you go.
Totally agree.
Caden, who does everyone think we should sign? Well, I think Bink said right wing. I think everybody would say right wing. We need another striker. We need a center back backup.
Put a name to it. Who would your ideal right wing signing be if you could pick
Me,
one right now?
Chiesa from Juventus. Apparently he's valued at 30 million.
Yeah.
And if we could get him for 30 million, I'd be head over heels. I'd be buzzing.
Yeah, but if you have a look at his stats, he's the true Santa Claus. He's off every Christmas, mate.
Yeah,
have a look. I'm not lying.
No, have you seen his injury?
He is the true Santa Claus.
Injuries is an injury. Yeah,
yeah. He's off every single December.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about in the bargain basement. I'm saying if you could have your pick.
Anyone, right wing.
Well, you know, not
the
Vinicius.
Goulas.
Out of reason.
Are the Goulas interested? But I don't think he'll leave Real Madrid.
I don't know. I'm trying to think it would suit Eddie as well. And it would like.
To be fair, I'd love to see Gonzalez.
Gonzalez is probably.
Yeah.
One from Fiorentina, is that?
Fiorentina,
Yeah.
I like to see. Well, no, he wouldn't. He would have to be a starter, but Rodrigo De Paul, he has good temperament. I really like that in tune, but he's a midfielder, so I don't. He would have to play and
set your sights.
Well, actually, I've got one. Actually, Rafinha for Barcelona. Originally at Leeds.
Rafinha's good, and Buemo's good.
You've got Yamal at Barcelona now, who's won the Euros. He's going to
Nico Williams. I go for Nico Williams.
He'll be too expensive, Nico. I'll take Rafinha if that's
man, Bowen, man. Mighty Wayne is obsessed with Bowen, man.
Did you see, Chris? Did you see the link that Connor sent us from Toon Talk?
Yeah,
about this young Brazilian that we're looking at. I'm trying to think of the lad's name now.
Come up with
another youngster, 17-year-old.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's go. Look at it. If you can look it up, and then we'll look at it at the end.
Yeah. I'll have a look later.
Caden, everyone that's local should come to Newcastle under 21.
Got some news on OSULA 9 seconds ago. Newcastle will prepare to steal William OSULA deal with both Sheffield United and player camp. Fee around 10 million long term, all set to be done very soon, and that's by Fabrizio Romano.
Oh, Fabrizio Romano.
So
wait a minute.
That's literally 31 seconds ago.
Wait a minute, Fabrizio tweeting. Let's look it up and literally, man, how many tweets this guy can tweet, man, under 9 seconds? Because I don't even see it. Send me the link if you don't mind, man, so we can show it to the folks.
Yeah, bro.
On WhatsApp or here on the private chat. Dude, literally, how many tweets can you have? Oh no. Fabrizio. Oh, there we go. So let's see what we can do right here. I've always been really wanting to use this.
This is an NUFC Talk TV special. Newcastle United breaking news.
Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Fabrizio Romano saying right here, Newcastle are prepared to seal William OSULA deal with both Sheffield United and Players Camp. Fee in excess of £10 million and long-term deal, all set to be done very, very soon. So there you go. Tune Talk, obviously, you ain't mentioned it, so I will give you a proper because you've been digging and stuff. And look, I know we've been talking about him the whole show, but it obviously confirms that it is pretty close. So there you go.
I think you'll find we were the first, Chris, on Monday morning on the
Well, I
breakfast
mean,
show.
yeah, I know that it's a channel thing, man. It's a group thing, not a me thing, brother. But
I'm saying we.
well, yeah,
The
you gave the
channel.
scouting report. You gave the scouting report. I give you that. But come on, Mighty Wayne, stop being a twat, man. Let's get. Oh, damn it, I fell for it. I called you that. I was gonna be nice. Let's keep going with the comments. Caden, everyone that's local should come to Newcastle under 21 against Shields. Okay, on Sunday. JJ Mags. JJ says it can't be far off. I think they must know now that what they're going to do ground wise. I don't know what they're maybe
That's a whole
talking
other
about the
show.
stadium. Yeah. Anyone going to Shields on Sunday for no, I guess not. Rosie, I hope the panel have smashed the like button. I hope we all have. I mean, I have on my phone right here. I'm monitoring us. Binks, come on, man.
We're there.
Been there, done that.
Big on.
There you go. You got ads, man. Come on, play through the ads. Don't skip
I'll
them.
play for the ads. Trust me.
Kenny W says it's tomorrow the cutoff day to apply for the England job. Ooh,
It is.
Nice. It is. So I guess Eddie's out of the job. I don't know. I think he's already said it himself, though, hasn't he? Kenny, you need to think it's not a friendly. It's an exhibition game to promote the name. I think it can be both. But for the players, it's everything. They're trying to prove themselves.
Yeah.
They care less. Queen of Heart, or start rotating players because we don't want a repeat of last season's episode of who is in the hospital ward drama. All right.
Well,
just
what, of course, that's what James, what's his face, has been brought in for, isn't it?
yeah.
So
special,
a couple of things, Chris.
Yeah.
Sorry, buddy.
There you
The young lad that I was talking. Again, this is from our friend Toon Talks. The lad's from Vasco da Gama, and his
Vasco da
name
Gama.
is Ryan Vitor.
Ryan Vitor.
Yeah, he's a
I've
17-year-old
heard of
wonder kid, and apparently he's been heavily looked at between, well, the scouts over there looking at him apparently, and West Ham.
Yeah. All right. We'll have to keep an eye on him. Shout out to Mighty Mac for gifting the membership, AG for gifting the membership, Helzazar for gifting the membership as well as Rosie, and a special shout out to Caden for super chatting twice, back to back. Thank you all for your support. Thank you all for the kind donations, and of course your like button that helps us a ton to keep growing the channel. I appreciate Gary, Mighty Win, Binks. Lovely to have you all on the panel of the late night NUFC talk show. And we'll be back tomorrow is the breakfast show. So the lads are going to be up and about doing the breakfast show at midday UK and at 8 p.m. US, which would be 2 a.m. in the morning for the UK folks. We'll be having the American Mags. Don't know if we'll have a 10 p.m. show. I certainly won't be able to because I gotta go pick up my mother-in-law from the airport. But the fellas, if something happens, I'm sure they'll be doing something at 10 p.m. Anyways, appreciate your support. Stay tuned for more, of course.
If we're saying Vinicius Jr. will be doing a special.
There you go. All right. Thank you all, and we'll be back on the next one. Bye.
Hit the subscribe. How are the lads?
And lasses.